Hey everyone, welcome back to the Reader's Barrel Book Club. If you're someone who's chasing big dreams, or if you have ever felt not good enough because others seem more talented, then Outliers is a must read. And today we are diving into a book that completely changes the way we think about success. You have probably heard people say, she's just so talented, or he's a born genius. But what if I told you that success isn't just about talent at all? We are talking about Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, a book that flips the success story on its head. It gives you a bigger picture of how success works. It makes you realize your story isn't just about you, it's also about what surrounds you. And that's powerful to understand. Gladwell asked one simple question: what makes high achievers different? And the answer is it's not just the intelligence or hard work, it's about being born in the right place, right time, into right culture, with the right opportunities. It's about hidden advantages we don't often notice, the kind that quietly shape lives and legacies. Whether you're a student, a dreamer, a parent, or someone rethinking your path, this book will shift your perspective in the most surprising way. So, friends, please subscribe to the Reader's Barrel Book Club for honest, heartfelt book reviews that go beyond the summary. But before we start, what is an outlier? An outlier is someone or something that stands far outside the average. They are not just one step ahead, they are way beyond the curve. They don't just succeed, they shine exceptionally, almost like they don't belong in the normal pattern. So let's dig deep into this. Gladwell starts with an example that blew my mind: Canadian hockey leagues. But here's the twist: the most top Canadian players are born in January, February, or March. Why? Because the cutoff date for youth leagues is January 1st. So, kids born earlier in the year are a little older, stronger, and more likely to get selected. They get better coaching, more practice, and success builds on success. That early advantage snowballs: more practice, better coaching, and by the time they are teens, they look like superstars. Success builds on small, invisible head starts. And this he calls as Matthew effect. So it's again the opportunity that those players get who are just born in January, February, or March, as compared to those who are born in October, November, December of the same year, just because the cutoff of the selection is January 1st. So it's not the brightest who succeed, it's those who have been given opportunities and have the strength and presence of mind to seize them. Next, another very good concept in the book is the 10,000 hour rule, one of the famous takeaways from Outliers. To achieve true mastery in any field, music, programming, sports, you need about 10,000 hours of deliberate practice. Bill Gates, he had access to computer terminal at his school in 1960s, almost unheard of back then. He coded non-stop. The Beatles, they played grueling 8-hour shows in Hamburg for years before anyone even knew their name. They just didn't just get lucky, but they did have access, time, and early opportunity to practice at insane levels. Another concept here is demographic luck. It means like being born at the right time. And this one shocked me because Gladwell says even your birth year can be your secret advantage. He talks about successful entrepreneurs like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Paul Allen, all born between 1954 and 56. And why does that matter? Because when the personal computing revolution took off in the 1970s, they were at the perfect age to ride the wave, old enough to innovate and young enough to take risk. Too early or too late, you miss the window. So success isn't just about hustle, it's about the historical timing. I mean, we can equate like success is equal to talent plus effort plus being born in just the right window of history. Wonderful, right? He talks about the cultural legacy also, like, why Asians excel at math. Have you ever wondered why Asian students often perform well in math? Gladwell connects it to centuries of rice farming, which demanded patience, precision, and endless attention to detail. This cultural legacy, combined with the structure of Asian languages, like how numbers are named, gives students small but powerful advantage in how they understand math from a young age. It's not about being smarter, it's about being shaped by cultural habits that make persistent feel normal. Like in the book, he talks about plane crashes in power distance, one of the most surprising and chilling chapters. Korean airplane crashes. And not because of mechanical failure, but because of how people communicated in the cockpit. In high power distance culture, co pilots often avoid correcting the captain directly out of respect. But in emergency, this hesitation becomes deadly. Gladwell shows how cultural norms around hierarchy and politeness affected communication and how retraining pilots to speak more assertively helped fix the problem. It's a powerful reminder that even how we speak can be shaped by invisible cultural codes. Reading Outliers made me stop and think. How many of us are walking around with invisible advantages or disadvantages? How often we praise someone for being gifted when really they just had access, timing, or support others didn't? And most importantly, how can we make these opportunities more equal? It also made me more compassionate toward myself because sometimes it's not that you are not good enough, it's that you never got the right setup. And that perspective, it's a kind of healing. So if you have ever felt behind or doubted your worth because others seem more successful, read this book. It will help you stop blaming yourself and start noticing the systems, timing, and background stories that matter just as much as effort. Outliers is for dreamers, learners, parents, teachers, anyone who is curious about how success really works. So that's Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. It's a deep dive into the invisible stories behind extraordinary success. A must read from my side. And if you have read it, let me know, did it change the way you look at success, talent, or yourself? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like this video, share with a friend, and subscribe to the Reader's Barrel Book Club, where we go beyond book summaries and dive into what truly teaches about being human. Until next time, keep reading, keep growing. Thank you.